Good afternoon, everybody. Anybody who's watching. This is going to be some IFR practice this afternoon. I'm going to be flying from Livermore. We're going to do a departure. You can see that the weather is not so great today. This is custom weather. I've got the ceilings actually down lower than they are in real life. We're going to be taking off. We're going to be flying to the northeast, up to that fix up there that's called Altam, basically the Altamont Pass. Then we're going to head east to Modesto. We're going to shoot an approach over there, the ILS 28R right, I believe. And then we're going to head back to Tracy. We're going to do a VOR approach, and then back to Livermore, and come back in on the RNAV, which is a GPS approach. So all of those are instrument approaches. They're supposed to help you fly when the weather is not so great, like it looks like in the sim. And I'm just basically practicing so that when I get myself ready for my check ride, go get my instrument rating, hopefully later this year, but we'll see. I'm not super proficient with instrument flying yet. I've only had, I guess, total like 6 lessons, but 3 of them have been in the past like little while, so I'm still kind of getting used to it. So please bear with me. If you see anything wrong, or if you want to make suggestions, I'm all for it. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I've got, let's see, get my ugly mug out of here. I'll do that. So I've got Livermore and I've got Modesto plugged into my little flight plan over here. I've got Livermore Tower and NorCal approach. My primary communications, I've got a radio beacon set up for navigation for our departure. We're going to be doing the Livermore 3 departure, which if we look at this, we can look at the Livermore 3 departure. And so down here at the bottom of the screen is the airport. We're going to be taking off on 25 right. And if we look up at the top where it says departure route description, we'll be climbing at a heading of 255 up to 1,200 feet, and then we're going to start a climbing right-hand turn to a heading of 020. And then we're going to intercept the Oakland localizer on the 060 radial. So let me actually get this to 060. There we go.
050 Bravo, Oakland Center, squawk, guide up.
And then we'll fly that to Altam, and then we'll continue on course. And that'll depend on Jeffrey. As long as you make it clear that you're a new pilot, they're pretty lenient. I think if you've been on for a while and you still keep screwing up, they'll start kind of yelling at you and getting a little snippy. But
Park 105, Roger.
As long as you actually, you know, are trying to get better, they're actually pretty chill. I've gotten yelled at a couple of times, but you know, I've been a private pilot for a while, so I probably deserved it. But generally speaking, if you call in and say, "Hey, I'm a student pilot," they'll be pretty lenient with you. Also, if you're looking at PilotEdge, take a look at their, what is it, the V ratings and the I ratings. The I ratings are the ones that are for instrument. What are the ones for VFR pilots?
PS19, Roger.
Let me take a look. The CAT ratings. The CAT ratings are actually a really good way to learn radio communications and just get better at radio work and flying in general. Alright, so we've already got the weather at Livermore. We've got our altimeter set correctly. And we're going to be using the weather Zulu.
1840 for contact Phoenix approach, 128.65 CF.
When we call into PilotEdge, that tells them that we're using custom weather and not the real world weather. Let's see, what else do I need to do here? This is set for my my departure course. Everything else looks good. That is synced with the mag compass. Altimeter set, everything else looks good. We've got this. Let's go ahead and put in our departure procedure. We're going to go to select departure. And we will do the Livermore 3. We're going to take off 25 right. And we'll load that approach, or sorry, we'll load that departure. And then at Modesto, we are going to be expecting the ILS. That's what I filed for in PilotEdge, and he might actually yell at me because I filed the departure and then direct. He might tell me to go and refile and actually put in a course. So we'll see what happens.
American 1844 Phoenix
that.
approach, giving the altimeter 2988, cleared ILS, runway 8 approach.
But let's see. So we're gonna climb. We're gonna intercept the radial 060 to Altam. Once we get there, Basically going to continue on course for the rest of the route of our flight. And we're going to fly minimum climb rate of 375 feet per nautical mile to 3,500. Negative, we're going to be going 295 feet per nautical mile.
305, Sierra Climb and maintain
11,000. So 295 feet per nautical mile is about 300 feet per minute if we're going 60.
Fogger 105, send via the Diamond.
We'll be going about 75, so it's going to be about 420 feet per minute. So I think we can keep that up. And I think that'll be fine. Cool. So let's go ahead and we'll get our IFR clearance. We'll see how I muck this up.
05 Mike Sierra, fixed clearance. 5 Mike Sierra, Roger, it's not requested, mate.
Mic check, mic check.
Loud and clear, loud and clear.
Perfect, alright. NorCal departure, Cessna 73 Bravo Echo. 733 Bravo Echo.
733 Bravo Echo, NorCal, go ahead.
733 Bravo Echo would like to pick up our clearance, IFR clearance to Modesto.
3 Bravo Echo on request, you number 2, stand by.
Stand by. 3 Bravo Echo. Now I'll get my procedures off.
105 Mike Sierra, go to the Las Vegas airport via radar vectors. Phoenix VOR, then a file.
Waiting for our
maintain
clearance.
5,000 and expect 12,000 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 119.2, squawk 3520.
So that was a IFR clearance given to a different aircraft, and then we're going to be picking ours up, which is what you see on the iPad screen. You can see the craft acronym. It's basically cleared to, the route of flight, altitude that they want you to hold or climb to, or whatever altitude instructions.
105 Mike Sierra, read that correct.
Departure frequency, and then your transponder code. So he'll be getting to me here in just a sec. Go ahead and clear our departure screen, our procedure screen I should say, and then we'll clear our flight plan. Unless he gives me something specific. I just filed Livermore 3 departure direct.
43 Sierra, can climb and maintain for level 180.
So that's what we're waiting for. In real life, I'd probably call for my clearance with the engines off. Just turn the radio on and call. That way I'm not burning fuel. But in the game, in the simulator, it doesn't really make a difference. How many of y'all are private pilots or instrument rated or...
Number 733 Bravo Echo is clear to the Modesto airport on the Livermore 3 obstacle departure to Atlam, direct Modesto VOR, direct, maintain 4,000. Expect 5,000 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 135.65, squawk 1457, hold for release.
November 733 Bravo Echo is cleared to Modesto via the Livermore 3 departure, and then direct Modesto. Climb maintain 4,000, expect 5,000 5 minutes after departure. Frequency 135.65, squawk 1457.
November 3 Bravo Echo, the readback is correct. Call me when you're short of the runway number 1 for departure. I will have a release for you at that time. Frequency change is approved.
Roger, we'll call when waiting number 1, 3 Bravo Go.
UPS 19, contact Oakland Center 132.2.
Alright, so we got our squawk in. We'll set it to altitude reporting already. 135.65. I'm going to go ahead and tune to that right now. For some reason, Livermore Tower doesn't really get reception, so I'm just going to call him back on this frequency. 135.65, good. I'm going to be climbing to 4,000. Now my... Let's see, that'll just turn it on. My Instructor said if you have an autopilot, you can go ahead and set the altitude, because what will end up happening is it'll beep at you before you get to it, so it'll give you an audio cue as well as it being part of your scan. And we're going to be expecting 5,000 5 minutes after departure. And we're cleared via the Livermore 3, so I should probably put that in here, Livermore 3, and then direct Modesto. Cleared up to 4,000, then expecting 5,000 5 minutes after departure. Cool, Jeff. That's awesome, man. What are your plans with aviation? Are you planning on going pro, or are you just doing it for fun? I got into aviation at a very young age, and just kind of always loved it. Went to air shows. Loved watching the Blue Angels. Actually wanted to join the Air Force when I was younger.
4708 November, Missoula ground clear to the Helena Airport. Grizzly 3 departure, then as filed. Maintain 13000. Departure frequency 124.9er, squawk 3412.
I was a little too short at the time. Well, still am a little too short, but they removed the height restriction. I'm about 5'5", and at the time the minimum height was 5'7", or so the recruiter told me. Alright, so we're going to pretend that we've done the run-up. We're going to pretend that we have gotten clearance to hold for our IFR release short of the runway. So I'll
4708, over departure frequency 124.9er, squawk 3412.
And then we'll call for our IFR release.
08 November, read back correct.
I usually park pretty far away from the hold short line, and then in real life I'll check final. I mean, on an IFR day like this, I'll check, but ideally they've got the airspace cleared for a departure or an approach. So cool. So what do I have to do? 13565 radios are set. So lights, we'll get our landing light, strobe light on. Camera, our squawk is in the transponder. Actions, we've got our radios set. Get full on our mixture. Everything else is good. Pitot heat. We'll get our fuel pump on, and I'll turn pitot heat on for now. I'll turn that off when we get up to altitude. NorCal departure. Cessna 733 Bravo Echo is holding short, ready for IFR release.
733 Bravo Echo, NorCal approach, release for departure. The time 0112. Clearance void if not off by 0120. Change to advisory frequency is approved. Report airborne.
We'll report airborne on advisory frequency 3 Bravo Echo. Alright, so we have our clearance. We will go ahead and head out.
American 1844, connect Phoenix Tower 118.7.
So basically, they've given us a clearance to leave, from what I understand it. Please correct me if I'm wrong. We are cleared between now, which is 612 or 112 Zulu. Which info boxes, Greg? Are you talking about the chat?
105 Mike here, Phoenix ground, runway 8, taxi via Charlie.
The only thing that's over underneath the chat is the vacuum gauges, gas temperature, and fuel. But I can definitely get rid of them. Let me, let's see, where did that go?
In 1844, Phoenix Tower, runway 8.
Oh, I see what's going on. It actually dropped down a bit. Let me see if I can move that up. Let me do
105 Mike, I think at Bravo, runway 8, taxi via Bravo.
And we'll do that. Does that work better for you, Greg? Is that what you're looking for? It should have stopped right at the bottom of the, right at the bottom of that.
105 Mike Sierra. No, you're the only one. I think taxi runway 8 via Bravo.
Take another look at it. All right, we'll switch over to maps.
Oh, who was calling for taxi then?
And here we go.
You must.
All right, lined up with the runway.
Oh, I wasn't even close, say.
Let me know if the chat starts kind of creeping down again. It's not supposed to do that. Airspeed is alive. 55 knots rotate. Go up. We're going to maintain 255 to 1,200 feet. And then we'll do our climbing right turn 020. Got a good climb going. Keeping our scan active. I used to look at the panel all the time in my private training. And then my instructor drilled it out of me to look at the panel, so now I have a hard time keeping my eyes on the panel again. So, trying to improve my scan. And small corrections instead of large ones. I tend to overcorrect a bit. All right, 1,100 for 1,200. Once we get to 1,200, we'll start our climbing right-hand turn. 1,200. Let's get our standard rate turn in here. We'll turn to 020. And another thing that I tend to do is kind of overturn, so I'm going to try and roll out on the correct heading here. So I'm going to start rolling out right at about north. So we'll start rolling out here, and we should roll out right on 020. That looks good to me. And leveling off. Watching our airspeed, watching our heading. And this is why they teach you, and I gotta keep my climb there going. This is why you gotta basically train for instrument, because if you go into a cloud, you can't tell what's going on with the plane. You just have to look at the instruments and trust that they're correct. Alright, so now I am on a 020 heading. We are moving towards Altam. And we are going to intercept the 060 radial. Our navigation unit saying it's going to be about 5 minutes. Got a good climb going. Our airspeed is fine. Staying on course. And basically, for me, the two primary instruments are these two, so that's kind of what I'm focusing on, and then I'm glancing at everything else just to, and this, obviously, to make sure that my turn's not, I'm not turning. That's why they call it a turn coordinator. We should be intercepting the radial. The radial is basically like there's a radio station, and you can set what heading you want to be on in relation to that radio station, and that's what this bar over here is going to be telling me. So this is saying that I'm to the right. The heading that I want is to my left. Oops, let me go ahead and correct my course there. Doing IFR while explaining it is probably not ideal. This will slowly move in as I get closer to the heading that I want, the exact course that I want. And once I get there, it'll be perfectly aligned. And then I'll be turning to 060. All aviators been in the Navy for 12 years. That's awesome, man. That's great. Yeah, Jeffrey, I wanted to join the Navy. I wanted to be a fighter pilot. And I was too short. I'm 5'5", so I'm not super tall. And at the time, the recruiter said that the height restriction, the minimum was 5'7". And I had a friend, actually my best friend, one of my best friends in high school, wanted to join as well. He was too tall. He was 6'2", and I think the height cap was either 6 feet or 6'1". So he was too tall, I was too short, so neither one of us got to go do what we wanted to do. He actually did end up going, I believe he ended up becoming something in one of the services, but I'm not 100% sure. We kind of lost touch after high school, but I do think that he actually did end up getting that. Cool, so I think we're actually going to intercept this right at Altam, is what it's looking like. Even looking over at ForeFlight over there, looks like we're going to be intercepting our radial right as we intersect Altam, and then we're just going to turn on course direct to Modesto. And 4,000, so let me go ahead and level off, and I forgot to tell NorCal that I was airborne. NorCal approach, Cessna 733 Bravo Echo is airborne.
733 Bravo Echo NorCal ident.
Go ahead and give him a little ping there. And I'm getting a little too high, so let me...
3 Bravo Echo, thank you. Radar contact 29 southwest, the Manteca VOR, San Francisco, altimeter 2907.
2997, 3 Bravo Echo. And we are Zulu weather today.
Roger. I'm probably still going to give you altimeter settings, just out of habit.
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
UPS 19, heading 130, vector final approach course, set to maintain 5,000.
Heading 130 down to 5,000, UPS 19 heavy.
Alright, so definitely a little high.
Daily Tower, 626 Pop X-rays, clear the runway.
6 Pop X-ray, roger, ramp by Bravo, and you can remain this frequency.
But we're in the tops of the
ramp
clouds.
by Bravo, 66 Pop X-ray, we'll stay on frequency.
Alright, right turn to... 010. Yeah, that's not correct. We're going to be going about, what, 60,
Missoula
about
Tower,
90?
Stanley 470 November, holding short of 12 Alpha 6, ready for takeoff.
About 090.
4708 November, Missoula Tower, wind calm, runway 12, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff on runway 120 November.
Go ahead and start our turn since our GPS has us going that direction. Standard rate turn. And you'll notice if you're looking outside, it almost looks like we're diving, but we're actually climbing slightly.
UPS 19 heavy, fly heading
Start rolling
110.
out here.
Heading 110, UPS 19 heavy.
We want to be direct track 093, so just slightly past east. Level off, we're still climbing. I'm going to go up to 5 because we're about 5 minutes after
Bravo,
departure.
connect NorCal approach 120.95.
Over to NorCal 120.95, 3 Bravo Echo. 120.95. Let's go ahead and pull our power back just a bit for cruise. NorCal approach, Cessna 733 Bravo Echo, 5,000.
– 733 Bravo at NorCal approach, Modesto altimeter 2990.
2990, 3 Bravo Echo.
UPS 19 heavy, set to maintain 3,000.
Down to 3,000, UPS 19 heavy.
Alright, let me focus on this for just a second. I want to make sure that I am at or slightly above my assigned altitude. We've got just a slight course correction to the left.
Off the ground, road 32106 with the hangars, about midfield of tree 1. Taxi IFR with November.
Three 2106 north end ground, runway 31, taxi by Bravo.
31 via Bravo, 3106.
Alright. So we are established. What are we going to do when we get to Modesto? Let's go ahead and brief our approach. Go airports, we'll go Modesto, we'll go to approach, ILS 28 right. Check all of our stuff here. A little bit of nose up trim.
UPS 19 heavy, turn left heading 010.
Left 010, UPS 19 heavy.
Actually, let's do a little bit of down trim and we'll give it a little bit more power. That should balance it out.
UPS 19 heavy, 7 miles from Seepin, turn left, heading 310, maintain 3,000 till established on the localizer, clear ILS runway 28 right approach.
Left 310, maintain 3,000 until established, cleared ILS 28 right, UPS 19 heavy.
Alright, so this is the ILS
105, connect NorCal approach.
or localizer approach, runway 28 right. At Modesto, Modesto, California, localizer is 111.9. I'm going to put that down here for now. Go go ahead and switch 111.9.
Local approach order 105 heavy, 14,000, send AV the Diamond 5.
Walker 105, NorCal approach, San Francisco altimeter 2997.
Go ahead and correct my course here.
997, Walker 105 heavy.
This is probably the good frequency to make that approach request on, though.
Descend a little bit since I'm getting a little
NorCal
high.
approach, Walker 105 heavy. Can we get the, like to request the ILS 28 right at San Francisco Tango?
Walker 105 heavy, roger, cleared ILS 28 right approach.
Cleared ILS 28 right approach, Walker 105 heavy. Yakima Tower, Cessna 27273, 10 miles to the east without
1277 is the ATIS, which is the weather system.
November 27273, Yakima Tower, make straight in, runway 27.
NorCal approach 120.95, which is what
straight
we're
in,
on.
27, 3 mile final.
Modesto Tower 125.3.
Phoenix Tower, Barry 105, Mike 0, holding short of runway 8 on Bravo 1, ready for departure.
105, Mike 0, Phoenix Tower, turn left heading 050, runway 8, clear for takeoff, and 040 at 6.
Left turn 050, clear for takeoff, runway 8. 5 Mike 0.
Going slightly to the left, which is what I want, so that I can get back on course. Still scanning my instruments while briefing the approach. And hopefully he sends us to Del Rey. And then we can head inbound to Zeelat. Gotta love these names. And we are going to be going down to 291 feet.
4708, number, turn your transponder on for me, please, and connect Spokane departure.
Which is 200 feet above ground level.
Okay, you should have it now, and
so I'm
we're
going to call
good
my minimum is 300 feet. 300 feet will be my minimums. Oh, it looks like our weather is clearing up over here, so I'll have to re-customize the weather in a second.
Spokane departure, Skyline 470, November 7,000 for 13, 13,000 on the Grizzly 3.
4708, November, Spokane departure, radar contact.
Now I'm hand flying all of this. I'm trying not to use autopilot because the plane that I'll be taking my check ride in doesn't have autopilot, which means I'll be tested on all of this. If you're using an autopilot, you have to monitor and maintain and make sure that it's doing what you want it to do. Yet
19 heavy, connect San Francisco.
it makes it a lot easier to do things like briefing and approach inbound
120.5
and or holding altitude. Oh, I guess I could use the altitude hold, but that's fine. I want to practice all of this.
733 Bravo, advising you have the weather at Modesto and say approach request.
Roger, 3 Bravo Echo has the Zulu weather at Modesto, and we would love the ILS 28 right approach.
Roger.
San Francisco Tower, UPS 19 heavy, ILS 28 right.
UPS 19 heavy, San Francisco Tower, wind 28017, runway 28 right, clear to land.
Clear land, 28 right, UPS 19 heavy.
Now, I did not get my weather. The reason being I'm flying with custom weather. In PilotEdge, you signify that by telling them you have Zulu weather, and then that means that they know that you're flying with your own weather. If I was flying on PilotEdge, they use real-world weather, and I would have... I've got it tuned into the radio. I would have switched over, gotten the weather, and then reported back with whatever the weather... they give it a letter, like a designator, so A through Y. They don't ever use Z in the real world, which is why they're using it in PilotEdge.
Approach from the VOR vectors to final there.
Say again, 3 Bravo Echo?
Do you want the approach from Modesto VOR or vectors to final?
Vectors to final would be amazing, 3 Bravo Echo.
That's your expected. 5 Mike Sierra, connect Phoenix departure.
Or departure, 5 Mike Sierra.
Alright, so he's going to give me vectors to final.
Yakima Tower 273, 3 mile final 27.
Let me go ahead and...
Phoenix departure, Broward 105, Mike 0, 4,400 for 5,000 on a 050 heading.
For 27273, runway 27, clear to land 1140.
521 feet. I want this down
clear
to...
land 273.
105, Mike 0, Phoenix departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 12,000.
I maintain 12,000, 5 Mike 0.
There we go. Back to IFR.
Workman Tower, Aero 3106, short, tree 1, we're ready to go.
So,
3206,
X-Plane has a thing where the weather, like you can set it, but it'll create like microclimates, I guess. And then you just kind of have to like reset it every so often.
Walker 105, heavy connect, NorCal approach 135.
Eugene, I none of the airports in my
35,
area
16
or
45
IFR,
heavy.
like it doesn't work in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2000. It looks pretty. It's an awesome game. I think it's a great platform to build on, and I think that in another 6 months to a year, it'll actually be ready for prime time. Right now,
05
it's...
Mike's here, turn left heading 300, join Victor 105.
I tried to fly a RNAV into Livermore yesterday, and the glide
Turn
slope
left heading
didn't
300,
activate until I was about a
Victor
quarter mile away from the
105,
runway, which is
105
not
Mike here.
how an RNAV works.
Norcal approach, Walker 105 Heavy, 7,000 inbound, ILS 28 right.
Walker 105, be NorCal approach, San Francisco, altimeter 2997.
So since X-Plane actually does models fairly well, IFR, that's why I'm practicing here. This is a much more authentic experience. I think the cockpits are easier to
4708, number clear
see
in Coppertown.
in Flight Sim 2020. The graphics are better. The localizers and the OSBs and everything look really nice.
Okay, clear direct Copper Town, 0 in November.
CDIs, but the actual approaches aren't modeled very well. All right, let me speed up a bit here. Up to about 2,400 RPM for cruise, and then I'll just trim it out for level flight. A little bit to the left, but it's okay because we're actually re-intercepting our course. Climbing a bit too much there. Cool, so I've got that brief. Let's go back to the map. And he's going to hopefully vector us here on final. Let's maintain plus or minus 100 feet. Preferably plus, because it's harder to hit something that's not above you than it is the ground. Alright, let me trim it to about there.
Yakima Tower, Cessna 273, would like to make another touch and go if possible.
Roger, make left traffic and report midfield downwind.
Left traffic, report midfield downwind. 273.
3106, can I see Idle Center?
Our center, 3106.
The trim in these simulators is really hard to get right. A lot easier in a real plane. You've got a nice little analog wheel that you get to spin.
San Francisco Tower, UPS 19 Heavy, we're off 28 right, taxi north parking.
In these, it's a digital
3106
control,
KL Center,
and
right
usually
down.
you overshoot it by a little bit or you undershoot it by a little bit, and it just doesn't work the same.
UPS 19 Heavy, uniform and Zulu to the ramp, monitor ground, point 8, we'll see.
Right,
Uniform
there we
Zulu to the
go.
right, monitor ground, UPS 19 Heavy.
So see, you can see I'm climbing a little bit too high. But
733 Bravo X, flighting 110, vector final approach course.
heading 110, vector to final 3 Bravo Echo. Go ahead and turn to 110. Let me go ahead and enter my approach. ILS 28 right. And we are doing vectors, but I'm going to pick
Tower 273 is midfield, left downwind 27.
73 runway 27, clear to land, wind 1403.
let's do this one.
Clear to land 273.
We'll go ahead and activate our approach. Oops. ILS, not vectors. We're going to do that one. Enter. And we will do. Gosh darn it. Stop that. Activate. Enter. Alright, Cali to Delray to Zelat to runway 28. Perfect. Let's get back on our vector here. And so we can come in and now pick any of these at any point. So that's why you don't pick vectors to final, because then you actually have to like redo it. Get back on our course here, level out. We'll go back to our map. So this is working off of the GPS course. When we get to basically intercept the localizer,
Tower, this is
we'll switch it over to the localizer.
Currently 10 miles south of the field, looking for a full stop land in 17 Mike.
For 2317 Mike, Grand Junction Tower, roger, make straight in runway 29er, report a 3 mile final.
Straight in 29, I report 3 mile final, 17 Mike.
Walker 105 Heavy, connect San Francisco Tower, 120.5.
Go to Tower, Walker 105 Heavy. San Francisco Tower, Walker 105 Heavy, inbound ILS 28 right.
Walker 105 Heavy, San Francisco Tower, good evening, runway 28 right. Clear to land, wind 280 at 17.
28 right, clear to land, Walker 105 Heavy.
We want to be 1,800 feet. But not until we're cleared to descend. And I'm not paying attention to this anymore because I'm trying to maintain the heading that I was given. So 110 is the vector. So I actually could probably switch this over to localizer. Let's see, final approach course is 288. So let me switch this over to 288. Probably right about there. I may have to reset the weather again because I'm seeing some breaks through the clouds. Maintaining 110.
Yeah, KMOD Tower, Cessna 273, I'd like to head back to 105 now.
For 273, roger, you were clear to land. You were not cleared for a touch and go, so just make sure if you want something other than a full stop when you receive a landing clearance, that you definitely tell me otherwise, but on course is approved.
On course 105, 273.
And then we're going to do a published mist, which is down to minimums. And we're going to climb straight ahead to 1,500 feet, and then climbing right turn to 2,000 feet, and then back to the Modesto VOR. So I'm going to go ahead and switch down to here. And the Modesto VOR is... not on this chart. There it is, 114.6.
Walker 105, cargo ramp for you?
Yes sir, cargo ramp, Walker 105.
Walker 105, Charlie, uniform Zulu, and you can monitor ground point 8.
Charlie, uniform Zulu, monitor ground, Walker 105 Heavy, thank you.
Grand Junction Tower, this is Navajo 17 Mike on 3 mile final for runway 29, 17 Mike.
17 Mike, runway 29er, clear to land, wind 310 at 6.
Clear to land 17 Mike.
3 Bravo Echo to maintain 2,000.
Down to 2,000, 3 Bravo Echo. Go ahead and reduce my throttle, which will start our descent. It's a bit of an aggressive descent. Much easier to kind of sense that when you're in a plane versus in a simulator. We want about a 400 to 500 foot per minute descent. Let's try and maintain that, and also our direction.
Tower, DBM 682 Tango Bravo is 10 miles to the south with Information Golf, looking for a full stop landing.
682 Tango Bravo, Grand Junction Tower, enter left base, runway 29, report 3 miles.
Left base for 29 will report 3 miles to Tango Bravo.
And we are at 4,300, going down to 2,000 feet.
KTCY, go ahead. So do you want to land at Page, sorry? 83 Sierra, no problem. Clear to the Page Airport via direct Page VOR and maintain flight level 180.
You might have just noticed that our navigation switched directions from to to. Means we just crossed the VOR. So now we're on the south side of Modesto. Passing through 3,800.
Tower, this is Navajo 17 Mike, clear of the active 17 Mike.
Down to 2,000. So he's basically teeing us up for this landing.
Mike, Alpha, remain this frequency.
Via Alpha on this frequency, 17 Mike.
Get back on our course here a little bit. Just past 3,500 down to 2,000. Keeping our scan going. I know there's not very much to see when you're flying IFR. That's why a lot of pilots hate this rating, because it's actually kind of boring. You don't get to see all the fun sights. Just keeping an eye on those instruments, making sure that everything looks like what I expect it to. Alright, 3,200 for 2,000. Got 3,000 down to 2,000. We got 1,000 feet to go. $2,800 down to 2,000. Everything else looks pretty good. My track is a little bit... There we go. Back on 110.
4708 November Connect Salt Lake Center 133.4.
2,600.
133.4 sir, November.
Down to 2,000. So you're prompting yourself just so that you don't forget and lose track of what altitude you're at. 2,500 for 2,000.
4708 November Salt Lake Center, let me get an altimeter here for you, stand by. Helena altimeter 3004. 105 Mike Sierra Connect Phoenix approach 133.57.
2,300 down to 2,000.
133.57 for 5 Mike Sierra.
$2,200 down to 2,000. I'm just gonna
Center,
ease my yoke back here to level off. And that's also going to slow me down.
Approach the Prescott altimeter 3022.
2,100 for 2,000.
3022, 5 Mike 0.
Pull back gently, slow ourselves down, and we will level off just above 2,000 feet.
32106, can I cascade approach 119.6?
There we go. Add just a little bit of throttle because X-Plane seems to drop the RPM real fast on you. Nope, come back up, come back up.
Cascade approach, good evening, Aero 32106. We're level 5,000.
Really hard to balance this.
For 32106, cascade approach, Eugene altimeter 2902.
2902 on the altimeter 2106.
3 Bravo Echo, turn left heading 020.
Left heading 020, 3 Bravo Echo.
Say 2 Tango Bravo is on 3 mile final.
2 Tango Bravo, runway 29, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 29, TBM 2 Tango Bravo.
Number 805 Sierra Bravo, contact LA Center on 134.65.
Level off here. And so he's putting us in between Delray and Zealot, or Zelat. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my flight plan. I'm going to go ahead and select Zelat. I'm going to say direct, activate, and get rid of my flight plan. And then I'll just let him vector me the rest of the way onto the localizer. Alright, speed looks good.
32106. Information Alpha's current on EG. Buzz you have it. Say approach request.
Okay, we'll look on the weather again. Get back with you, 32106.
Roger. .733 Bravo, 5 miles from Zelat, turn left heading 320. Maintain 1,800 till established in the localizer, clear ILS runway 28 right approach.
Left to 320, maintain 1,800 until established. Cleared for the ILS 28 right approach, 3 Bravo Echo. Oops, too much of a turn there. Bad pilot. There we go. Overshot that turn because I got flustered. Let's get back on course. That looks good. Now we want to start a slight descent.
Grand Junction Tower, DM2 Tango Bravo is clear of the runway.
2 Tango Bravo, thanks. Ramp by Alpha, remain this frequency. Good night.
Roger, will tag via out on this frequency. Thank you, service. 2 Tango Bravo.
See ya.
We're going down to 1,800. We have our glide slope there coming in. Slowly.
Cascade approach, Aero 32106. We do have a
We're going to be
Alpha
turning
Eugene.
to 0288.
Vaughn for the 34 left Zulu.
About there.
Eugene, 32106.
32106, yeah, let me take a look.
So let's give us a little bit more throttle and we'll start turning because we're going to intercept this localizer. 1,900.
32106, clear direct Vaughn.
Direct Vaughn, 226.
Do 1 notch of flaps. I always hate this part because the nose pitches up very violently in X-plane for some reason. So we'll push down. Yikes. Too much. It's really, really hard to judge in the sim. Give ourselves a little bit more throttle here. Trim our nose down. NorCal approach 3 Bravo Echo is established on the localizer.
3 Bravo Echo, roger. I have no traffic observed between you and the field. Radar services are terminated. Report cancellation of IFR either in the air on this frequency or on the ground on 122.2. Change to advisory frequency approved.
Over to advisory frequency, we'll cancel with you, 3 Bravo Echo. So I'll switch over to the tower. And I'll start getting back on course here because now I went to the left. And I need to be established on the glide slope before I go down below. Yeah, this part of the flight in X-plane always messes me up just because of how much the flaps affect the plane. I've never had it affect me that much in real life. So in X-plane it gets a little bit crazy here. Go ahead and reduce this. A bit slow. Wants me direct track 288. Let's get his descent going down to 1800 again. I think 288 is right. I'm going to go to 293, get back on my localizer course. 294. My glide slope is not working. So I am way high. Why is my glide slope not working? Because I switched to the Modesto VOR, not the Modesto. Found my mistake. Alright. Even that's not correct though. 111.9. 111.9, there's the localizer. Localizer is way over to the right. I don't think I'm going to be able to correct this. I think I'm way too high. But let's give it a shot. We'll do this. In real life, I would not try to correct this. I would be going missed. I would say, you know what, I screwed up. Missed approach time. But we'll play around with this a bit. There we go. 288. Back on the localizer. And let's just reduce our power significantly. See if we can get back on glide slope. Now we are going down to 300 feet. We are at just about 1,000. We're at 1,400. Going a little bit to the left, or to the right. We need to correct to the left, so let's correct to the left. This is a terrible approach. Yeah, we're like right on the runway. Okay, full power, climb, flaps up.
Point 4, November 998, 6 kilo.
96 kilo, reback is correct. Call ground now when you're ready for taxi.
NorCal approach, 3 Bravo Echo is going missed.
Bravo Echo NorCal approach, roger, ident.
Ident 3 Bravo Echo.
Contact over the Modesto VOR, execute missed approach, procedure is published.
Executing missed approach as published, 3 Bravo Echo. Alright, 1,500, we're going to do climbing right turn to 2,000 and then direct to Modesto. So climbing right turn. That's nice. My flaps were not raised, even though I pushed the button. Alright, now I'll switch this to the Modesto VOR.
Gila Denver Center, squawk 1760 ident. Kilo radar contact 5 miles north of the Cones VOR. Clear to the Denver airport as filed. Maintain flight level 250. So Kilo readback is correct. Connect Denver Center 127.02.
Alright, now my hold here is at...
Station 6021 Kilo Denver Center, what are you climbing to, sir? You gotta read that back up to me as well. Roger, thank you. Free 2106, contact Eugene Tower, 118.9er.
Over Tower, 1800, 2106.
NorCal approach 3 Bravo Echo is in the hold.
3 Bravo Echo, roger there. Still waiting to hear your intentions when you get a chance.
Roger, 3 Bravo Echo.
Eugene Tower, 106. We're on the RNAV for 34 left. Zulu would be full stop.
Air 32196, Eugene Tower, and 34 left, go to land.
34 left, 3 left, 106.
Well, should we try that again, or should we head over to Tracy and try a VOR approach? We kind of screwed that one up. Kind of want to do it again. Let's level off here at 4,000.
Baron 105, Mike Sierra, contact Los Angeles Center 124.85, see ya. Baron 105, Mike Sierra, contact Los Angeles Center 124.85. Baron 105, Mike Sierra, Phoenix approach.
NorCal approach 733 Bravo Echo.
Go ahead.
3 Bravo Echo would like to shoot the ILS 28 right again. If possible, vectors to final.
I have your request, Dilla. Star 105, Mike Sierra. Albuquerque Center, I think we lost you there for a second. Contact Los Angeles Center 124.85. See you next time. Affirmative.
All right. What do we got here on the flight plan? We got nothing. We just got a hold.
Baron, Friction Skyhawk 733 Bravo Echo. Did approach climb you to 2,000 in the hold? Or 4,200 in the hold?
Negative. That was me. 3 Bravo Echo.
Okay. The hold stops you at 2,000, so what are you doing up there?
Went through my altitude. 3 Bravo Echo. Sorry. We'll descend to 2,000.
That's okay. You can keep it up there for now. Number 733 Bravo Echo. It's going to be via ZLAT for the approach. Your clear direct is ZLAT. Across the ZLAT at or above across the ZLAT at or above 2,000. Clear to ILS runway 28 right approach to Modesto. Report procedure turn inbound.
Report procedure turn inbound. Cleared ILS 28 right into Modesto via ZLAT 3 Bravo Echo. ILS 28 right, enter. Do ZLAT, enter. I am not a fan of this.
Aero 3296, X park via Alpha, remain the frequency. Have a great day.
Exit parking via Alpha, 2106. Thanks as always.
Approach.
See you, bye.
Give me the ILS.
See ya.
Give me ZLAT. Enter. Activate. Enter. We're going to go to no. Clear. Go to ZLAT. Direct. Activate. And then
Station 6021 Kilo. Are you parking at Signature this evening at Denver? 602 Kilo, thanks. Send via the Ski 1 arrival, landing runway 17 right, the Denver altimeter 3023.
Alright. So we're going to be entering a 1-minute hold at ZLAT.
Bearing 948 Sierra, across sea lay at or above 10,000, cleared RNAV runway 33 approach into Page.
Alright, so this is on the VOR, which is not what I want anymore. I want that on the frickin' localizer glide slope this time. You said report inbound turn.
Four 708 November, contact Helena approach 119.5.
Helena approach, Skyline 470 November with you, information Alpha, approach request.
Skyline 470 November, Helena approach, Helena altimeter 3005 is Bravo's current. Go ahead with your approach request, and the last control forgot to tell you your radar services are terminated. We're non-radar facility here at Helena.
Yeah, approach request, that'd be ILS 27 Zulu via the HUD-VU, the 20-mile arc.
Alright.
4708 November, Roger. What's your current DME and bearing from Helena?
Currently 30 miles out of Helena on the Victor 1, looks like the 113. direct HUD VOO.
470 November, okay. Are you on Victor 113 or are you direct HUD VOO at this time?
Affirmative.
That was a two-part question. Are you direct HUD VOO at this time or are you on Victor 113?
Actually both. I'm on Victor 113, which HUD VOO is on the Victor 113.
I think I see what happened. Okay, Skyline 4708 November, roger. After HUD VOO cleared ILS Zulu, runway 27 approach.
All right, after HUD VOO, we're cleared the ILS 27 Zulu approach, 0 November.
And Skyline 4708 November, report when established in the localizer.
Okay, we'll call you when established on localizer, 0 November.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and switch this over to the localizer. And then we'll tell him when we're turning inbound on the procedure turn. We are at 2,500, we're going down to 2,000. And then we will be intercepting ZLAT. I think what I'll do is I'll just land at Modesto and then debrief what went wrong on that so that I can get better at it. Alright, we're getting down to our 2,000 altitude, so we'll start leveling off here. Markel approach 3 Bravo Echo is just beginning our turn inbound.
Last air call second.
NorCal approach 3 Bravo Echo, we're beginning our inbound turn to ZLAT.
768 Bravo Echo, no traffic approach from you in Modesto. Radar service is terminated. Report your IFR cancellation in the air on this frequency. We're going to 122.2. Change of advisory frequency is approved.
Roger, change of advisory frequency cleared. ILS 28 right into Modesto 3 Bravo Echo. Alright, let me continue my turn. And trim myself up. And continue my turn. Come on, stop sinking. Alright. So I'm going to overshoot my course by just a little bit, because I want to re-intercept that localizer, which we'll see is to the left of my course, which means I need to go to the left to get to it. I'm liking my airspeed. I'm gonna go ahead and notch of flaps, give myself a little power, because X-plane does not know how to handle flaps. Plane's gonna squirrely bird all over the place. And there we go. I want to be descending to about 1,800 feet. So down, come on, down, 1,800 feet. Until we cross Z-lat. By then we should intercept the glide slope, and then we can follow that down to minimums or below. Alright, on the localizer. Lights are on. We're just about at 1,800 feet. So I'm actually going to increase my throttle here to slow my descent down. I want my speed to be up just a bit. Glide slope's coming in. Let's go ahead and reduce our throttle. We'll start our descent. Now our glide slope's working because we're actually doing it correctly. Now we want to maintain about 500 feet per minute descent and gently ease ourselves back onto the localizer. Let's go ahead and set our power to 2,000. Nav is there, localizer is coming back. Correct to the left, small change. Watch what the localizer does. A little bit to the right, so we'll move a little bit to the right.
Bear 94830 Sierra, no traffic search, Hume Page, port traffic cancellation on this rig, currently got a 122.2, your radar services are terminated, for exchange approval. See, talk to you in a bit.
Alright, localizer's going a little to the right, so we're going to go a little to the right just to catch it. A little bit more to the right, catch it. Glide slope looks good. Could probably descend just a little bit quicker. Straighten out our heading. We'll turn to the left. Get back on course here. Alright, we are at 700 going down to 3. .300 feet to go. Getting a little high. Let's go ahead and nudge this down just a bit. 500, 200 feet to go. .400, 100 feet to go.
94830 Sierra, second.
Minimums, and there's the airport.
I'm not sure what you're asking, so you're clear for the approach if you're asking for lower. Oh, okay, sorry, you're canceling IFR. Okay, roger that. 94830 Sierra, IFR cancellation received, radar service terminated, squawk VFR, fixed change approval, see ya.
And in we go, 28 right. There's the landing. Flaps up. Hey, flying guinea pig, how you doing? Cool. Alright, so we figured out what went wrong on our first approach. We switched to the VOR instead of keeping it on the localizer. Rookie mistake, but I am a rookie, so I'll allow it. Went missed, climbed a little too high, so I'll need to debrief that and figure out where I messed that up. And then on the second attempt, we broke through right at minimums, which was less than ideal approach, but it's really hard to get these right in a simulator. Alright, flaps are up, we got everything else on, landing, strobe, taxi, everything looks good. We will lean our mixture here for taxi. And then we'll pull off up here. And then we'll call and cancel our IFR on 122.2. NorCal approach, 733 Bravo Echo. We'd like to cancel our IFR.
For 733 Bravo Echo, NorCal approach, IFR cancellation received. Have a good night.
You as well. Thank you. 3 Bravo Echo. Get that set in. We'll put it on standby. Alright, we can get our strobes off and our landing lights off, and we will just
602 on Kilo Denver.
taxi over to this hangar over here.
Were you ever going to start your descent? Yeah, you were instructed to send via with runway 17 right. 6021 Kilo best rate down, descend and maintain 1000. Contact Denver approach 120.35.
Alright, so the other option is I could take back off and head over to either Tracy or Livermore and try another approach. But I have been streaming for about an hour and a half. Oh, did they release that? Did they update the open beta? I haven't been on Hoggit today, or I haven't seen any posts from Eagle Dynamics. So if it's got the Mavericks, does it also have the harms, or did they hold that back? Go ahead and stop right here for a second. Alright, so we are at Modesto. Let's go maps. So we can see that cluster. Altam, Modesto, a couple of approaches, terrible student instrument pilot. This is why we train in a simulator. I think it's coming out on Wednesday, Guinea Pig. I think it's the next open beta patch, which I don't think was released today, but if it was, then yeah, that is supposed to be coming. So that's cool. If it's got the Maverick, it's got the harm, and then that makes it a much more...
6021 Kilo, Denver approach, Denver altimeter 3025, advise you have to go back.
Much more multi-role fighter, which is great. Alright, so
Thanks, sir.
do we
and
want to do Tracy?
just so you know, it's on you to request lower from us if it looks like you're coming in high on the profile for the star. You should have caught that a long, long time ago.
Let's go look at this bad boy and see if I want to do this, or if I just want to maybe take off and do the RNAV back into Livermore. I have not done a VOR approach in a while. So we're going to be starting at Modesto, 3000. We're going to stay on the 263 radial all the way to Tracy. And we are going to descend to 760. We need 1.25 mile visibility. So there's 26. And then there are my
6602 Kilo, contact Denver approach 123.85.
So Y-bag Y-bag is 11.1 miles from Modesto. That's going to be our descent point. SIGB is 17.2, so we'll descend about 500 feet per minute down to 2100. And then we'll cross
November, thank you. Contact Helena Tower 118.3.
SIGB, and then we'll continue until we are down to 760. If we can see the runway, awesome, we'll continue and land. Otherwise, we will execute the published mist.
6021 Kilo, Denver approach, Denver altimeter 3025, flight present heading inspectors, visual approach runway 17 right, send and maintain 7000.
It's all good, Guinea Pig. It's not a big deal. I think it's coming out this week. I think they release those on Wednesdays, the patches. All right. So then we'll climb to 3,000 and head direct to Linden.
Skyline 47 November, Helena Tower, runway 27, clear to land when calm.
If we miss. DME required because we're using it to pick up our fixes. Missed approach, climbing right turn to 3,000 direct Linden and hold. Okay. Runway 26 helicopter, localized mini saying. Alright, when we're using Stockton, we increase all of our decision altitudes by 60 feet. So it would be 820 would be the altitude. Alright, I'll give it a shot. Let's see what happens. I'm going to switch over to PilotEdge real quick, and we'll do IFR flight plan. November 733 Bravo Echo. Cessna 172.
6021 kilo, turn left heading 260.
True airspeed's 110. Departures KMOD. Arriving is KTCY. Cruising altitude, I'm just going to say 3,000. Alternate will be KLVK. Route of flight direct. Well, let me see here. Let me look at Modesto's departures and see what this is. Procedure, departure, no, not weather. Procedure, departure, takeoff minimums. Is that all you got for departure? Yep. Alright, let's go look for Modesto.
6021 kilo, turn left heading 190. Field will be at your 11 o'clock and 15 miles port in sight.
Hollister, Livermore. Where's Modesto? Modesto. Here we go.
Station 6021 kilo, cleared visual approach, runway 17 right.
Guinea pig. I usually fly on Persian Gulf at War or Georgia at War. Or if I'm not flying on those, we have our own private server that some friends of mine and I fly on. We're going to try and start getting on Georgia at War and Persian Gulf at War more frequently. But we haven't done that yet. And that's what we got from Modesto. Alright, cool. So 28 left, 28 right. Climb on a heading of between 256. Clockwise to 109. Minimum climb of 230 per nautical mile to 5,000 for all other courses. Well, we can definitely do 230 feet per nautical mile to 5,000. So let's do... yeah, I guess direct Tracy. Let's see if there's anything else in there that I needed to read. There was a bit more there for departure, takeoff minimums. Scroll. Half Moon Bay. Come on. Marina, Modesto. Runway, oh, obstacle notes. Vehicles on road, okay. Pole. Tree and building. Alright, well, we'll not be worrying about those. And then at Tracy, we're going to be doing the VOR. Approach VOR. 26.
Station 602 kilo, contact Denver Tower 133.3.
Custom weather, file flight plan. Yeah, man, what servers do you fly on DCS? And do you use simple radio or anything, or do you just jump on and play? Alright, let's see.
Cherokee 458 Nova Delta, Spokane clearance, departure frequency 123.75, squawk 5456.
Flight plan menu, we will do...
Cherokee 8 Nova Delta, read correct.
Delete flight plan, we will start with...
Stage 6021 Kilo, number tower, runway 17 right, clear to land, wind 15011.
MOD, enter, accept. We're going to K Tango Charlie Yankee. Enter, accept. I don't know what this 0CN1 is. Let's go ahead and do menu. Clear the menu. Clear you. Yes, goodbye. Alright, cool. Procedure. There's no departure here at Modesto. Yeah, no departure. And then we will do procedure, select approach, and we will do the VDM 26. VOR DME 26. Load will go from Modesto, enter, and we'll do activate. All right. That looks correct. We got Modesto in for our localizer. We want to be on which course? 263. So let's go ahead and set this up to 263. 27, 263-ish. And we'll get this set up to 263 as well, because we'll basically
you're on
be
Albuquerque approach this frequency, sir. Contact Albuquerque clearance.
flying the same direction. 263, be somewhere around there. And let's go ahead and close that. And let's see if they give us our direct or if they'll tell us to actually put in a course. Let's go ahead and clear scratch pad.
458 over Delta, Spokane ground, where you parked. 458 over Delta, runway 21, taxi via Gulf.
Markel approach, Cessna 733 Bravo Echo.
733 Bravo Echo, go ahead.
733 Bravo Echo, we'd like to pick up our IFR clearance to Tracy.
Are you on the ground at Modesto, or are you flying right now?
We are on the ground at Modesto, 3 Bravo Echo.
Alright, 733 Bravo Echo. Yeah, I'm not going to give you direct trade from a non-towered field, so you're going to have to figure out a route on your own.
Affirm, will do. 3 Bravo Echo. Alright, that's what I figured. Let's go ahead and figure this out.
C6021 Kilo, Texas signature via mic, remain this frequency, good night.
That's kind of annoying because I could fly direct there. Let's see. I guess the closest would probably be Fox Jeff to Modesto VOR.
Air Force 708 November, you can't change my frequency on your own, sir. Contact tower again.
There's not really anything else here that tells me what to do. Modesto procedure departure.
Air 470 November, taxi to exec air via Charlie, cross runway 35 at Charlie, I'm in the street quickly.
Let me try filing that and seeing what happens.
9986 Kilo,
IFR.
you can't make this request on approach, sir. Contact ground.
3 Bravo Echo. 172, we'll go /G. We'll do 110, we'll do KMOD, we'll do KTCY. 3,000.
You probably want to contact clearance first on 119.2. If this is one of your first flights in the network, though, I highly recommend checking out our pilot training program. It sounds like you might need help with our pilot training program, sir.
Go.
Jiggy 458 over Reynolds Spokane Tower, runway 48 number, so you can contact tower on your own, sir. Why are you calling ground?
Procedure, which one was it? Approach, we'll do the 26.
No, you're not in India, that's alright. Jiggy 458 over Delta Spokane Tower, straight departure, approved, runway 21, clear for takeoff, wind 0104.
Let's take a look at this VOR DME procedure again. Just double check. It says 3,000, so I should be cleared 3,000 from Modesto as the initial approach fix over to Y-bag. NorCal departure 733 Bravo Echo.
733 Bravo Echo, NorCal.
733 Bravo Echo, looking to attempt number 2, picking up IFR clearance to Tracy.
Air 733 Bravo Echo. Go to the Tracy Airport is filed, maintain at 3,000, departure frequency 125.75, the squawk 3435, hold for release.
Clear to Tracy as filed, maintain 3,000, departure frequency 125.75, squawk 3435, 3 Bravo Echo.
And our 733 Bravo, actually different departure frequency, departure on 120.95, that's NorCal departure, 120.95.
Departure frequency now 120.95, and we will hold for release, 3 Bravo Echo.
Roger, read back, correct, give me a call when you're done, ready for departure.
Wilco, 3 Bravo Echo. Alright, that worked. So what we will do is we will back to our flight plan.
Cherokee 458 November Delta, contact Spokane departure.
What do we got here? Gonna do KMOD. Let me get rid of that. If I go to Tracy and I go menu, do I get to insert one? No. Let's go clear.
Number 9986 Kilo Albuquerque.
I know there's a way to insert
clearance,
one, but
departure frequency 127.4, squawk 2652.
I'll just go ahead and get rid of you. Clear you. Clear you.
Number 9986 Kilo.
Let's go delete approach.
Departure frequency 127.4, squawk 2652.
Now we're gonna go to Ox Jeff.
Negative, sir. Okay, how are you reading me? Is it a comprehension issue or is it an audio issue, sir?
Wrecked. Ox HI.
Okay, go get that figured out and then we'll let you fly. I don't think this flight's going to end very well for you if you continue. 458 November Delta, Spokane, you with me?
Ox Jeff, and then we'll go to Tracy, so okay.
Yep, all good, just why I always wanted to pull it onto the frequency. 458 November Delta, Spokane, departure radar contact, say altitude.
Tango Charlie Yankee.
458 November Delta, Spokane, departure radar contact, say altitude.
And then we will do
458 November Delta, radar
our
contact lost.
procedure. Approach. We'll do our VOR DME 26. And we're going to start at Modesto. And we will just go ahead and activate that. Awesome. So that should send us to Oxjeff and then into the approach. Perfect. So that works for me. We've got our Modesto entered here. Everything is based on Modesto, so I'm not going to need to switch, but I do want to put in my departure frequency, which was 120.95, 120.95, so we're good on there. 3435, so we'll go 3435. On our transponder, we'll switch to altitude reporting. We're good on that. What else do I want to do at this point? That's set to 6, 3.
458 November Delta, Spokane.
As is that, so we're good. I believe that's all I need to do at the moment. Tracy,
yeah,
I
looks like I launched that for a second. I have your radar contact again. Altitude checks, thank you. The Spokane altimeter 3000. Resume navigation, maintain appropriate VFR altitude.
118.375. Perfect. Last bit, we're going to go to our minimums on this approach are 760. So let me go ahead and set my weather to have bases at, let's say, 800. And we'll apply that. So now at Tracy, it should be right around minimums, a little bit higher, which works for me. All right, we're going to taxi to Modesto, 28 right. Yeah, I would definitely recommend X-Plane over Flight Simulator 2020 if you're looking to do any kind of ILS or IFR stuff. The airports that I've tried landing at in Flight Simulator, the instruments are kind of wrong. Now they've said in the next update there's supposed to be some avionics updates and a couple of other things, so we'll see if that fixes anything. But as of right now, I'm a fan of it for VFR.
654 running ground.
It's a lot of fun. It's really cool, but not super awesome.
65624, runway 16, taxi via Delta, cross runway 12 at Delta.
Alright, so let me go ahead and do this at Modesto, see if they are using ground. Where is my 121.7? To 1.7. Modesto ground, Cessna 733 Bravo Echo. They might not be monitoring this frequency. Double check here. 121.7. 121.7. Modesto ground, Cessna 733 Bravo Echo. All right.
Roger, thank you.
Go ahead and taxi to runway 28 right. I guess the other thing I could do is probably change my flight plan here. So we're going to go Modesto 2. Well, it's in my... Yeah, I don't think I need it. It's in my... in the plane's navigation. Guess I can do this. Add that to my route. But that's going to screw me up because we're going to come back to Modesto. NorCal departure, Cessna 3 Bravo Echo is ready for IFR release.
3 Bravo Echo, release for departure, climb split if not off in 5 minutes. If not off in 5 minutes, advise intentionally 10 minutes from now on this frequency. Change the advisor frequency to prove the time 0255.
Roger. Got our release, and if we're not off in 5, we'll give you a call back on this frequency. 3 Bravo Echo. Landing light on, strobe on.
6562 for running tower, left close traffic approved, report midfield each time, runway 16, clear for takeoff, wind 23003.
The one thing I want to do is go back to my scratch pad and switch this to 120.905. Alright, mixture full, and we are off. Back Maps.
27273, Trail City Tower, the field's IFR, so remain outside the 5 Delta airspace.
Rotation speed. There we go. Let's go to OxJEF, direct activate. Switch our CDI here to GPS, and we'll turn off our thing. Go here to 3,000. NorCal approach, Cessna 733 Bravo Echo, airborne.
That's 733 Bravo Echo, NorCal departure, squawk ident, and verify altitude.
Altitude 1,200, 3 Bravo Echo. Climbing to 3,000, 3 Bravo Echo.
733 Bravo Echo, thank you. Radar contact 2 miles northwest Modesto, indicates 1,400.
Altitude checks, 3 Bravo Echo.
Right. 6564 is business for runway 16.
65624, runway 16, clear for the option.
Clear for the option, runway 16, 65624.
2,700, climbing to 3,000. I'm sorry, 1,700, climbing to 3,000.
Bravo, when you get a chance, let me know when you have the weather and NOTAMs for Tracy and your approach request.
Roger, 3 Bravo Echo. Alright, 2,100 for 3,000.
Air 458 November Delta, contact Seattle Center 132.6.
Close my flight plan. $2,500 for 3,000. 2,600, we got 400 feet to go. 2,700, we got 300 feet to go. 2,800, 200 feet to go. Slow our ascent down a bit, gain some speed. 2,900. And level off here just above 3,000. There we go. Pull our throttle back to 2,400. And continue on to OxJEF. This should basically turn us around once we get there. Let's go ahead and trim ourselves for level flight here. And maintain 2,400 RPM. Alright, we're good on that. Let's check Tracy weather. AWAS 118.375, so we're good. Let's listen to that. 118.375. Alright, we're not getting weather yet.
A 458 November Delta, Spokane approach, you still with me?
Spokane approach, 8 November Delta, affirmative, still with you.
Yeah, I think Seattle's looking for 132.6. I thought I handed you off.
Over Seattle, center 132.6, 8 November Delta.
3564 is mid-Governor 16.
6564, runway 16, script for the option.
Clear for the option, runway 16, 6564.
NorCal approach, 733 Bravo Echo.
Checking 458 November Delta, Seattle Center. When you check in with the new radar controller, sir, check in with your altitude, please. At 458 November Delta, Seattle.
Yakima ground, this is Cutlass 1720 Romeo. Requesting information to taxi to runway 27.
Yeah, I sure do. I'm not sure why you're calling me. 458 November Delta, roger. Just check in with your altitude next time. That's all I need from you on the first call. The Spokane altimeter 3001. The 733 Bravo Echo NorCal, go ahead.
We'd like the VOR 26 into Tracy. We have Zulu at Tracy.
The 733 Bravo Echo, roger. Quick Modesto, cross Modesto at 3000, cleared VOR runway 26, approaching to Tracy, and reports Y-bag inbound.
We'll report Y-bag, crossing Modesto VOR at or above 3000, 3 Bravo Echo.
And who was calling me at Yakima?
Yeah, 1720 Romeo. On.
Go ahead.
Request information to taxi from the GA ramp to runway 27, Yakima.
All right.
Okay, do you have Charlie, or what weather are you running?
I have Charlie.
All right, the field's IFR. Hold your position. I can't let you depart VFR if you're running or low weather.
Procedure, approach.
Affirmative. Thank you.
Reduce throttle a bit, and we'll go down a little bit. And we'll get on course here towards Modesto. I'll switch over to the VOR. And Y-bag is 11.1 miles from the Modesto VOR, so we'll keep that in mind. Now see, for me, it feels like I'm turning right just because of the way the clouds are sloping. So, looking at and trusting the instruments is kind of important. Getting a little high here. See, the problem with X-plane, maybe it's not the problem, but when you trim, it's it's really hard to kind of dial it in to exactly where you want it. It's a digital style trim where you click the button and then it like pushes it a little bit more than what you would be able to do more accurately, I guess, in a real plane with an analog.
6564 is midfield for runway 16, I'd like to make the short approach if possible.
6564, runway 16, clear for the option, short approach approved.
Clear for the option, short approach approved, 6564, runway 16.
Alright. We're going to do at or above 3,000. Got about a minute and a half before we get there. And we'll be turning towards Tracy. And then we can use our CDI DME, and we're also going to see YBAG, I believe, on our GPS up here. But I'm going to try and do it on the DME. So the DME is basically just checking the distance here once we're established on the actual VOR radial, and then using that to tell when we get to YBAG. Alright, so we will start our standard rate turn here. And we want to stay at or above 3,000. Let's go ahead and give it some up trim. And we're just looking at the instruments. We're not looking out the window. Go. Established, we got 10 to go. So we don't even need to use our DME there, but we'll do VLOC for now. This is how far we are from the fix. Turn very gingerly to a direct track of 267. I'm going to turn a little bit further than that because we're a little bit to the left of course. And
6564 is midfield for runway 16, I'd like to make this one a full stop.
I've lost my VOR, so I'm not quite sure what's up with that.
65624.
But I can see
runway
here.
Runway 16, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 16, 6564.
There's WeBag. Go ahead and give myself a little bit of up trim. Let me just check. 111.9 is Modesto. Let's go ahead and switch that. There we go. What did I switch to? 114.6 is... I see what I did. Again, I did not check that. Got it wrong. That's cool. Figured it out, so we should be good on our initial. So we're 5.1 from Modesto. We're going until we are 11.1 from Modesto. It's a little bit more power because we're a little bit low. I'm going to correct it because we're going a little bit left of course. Getting to 6.7. We're waiting for 11.1. And I'm going to go ahead and reduce my power and start slowing down. Let's get down to 2100 RPM. Maintain 3000 altitude. Go. We're 9.
656, Tower 6564 is on taxiway Bravo. I'd like to reposition to the FBO.
6564, taxi to parking via Bravo, man, service good.
Taxi to parking via Bravo, thank you.
.5, waiting for 11.1. .2. We got 1 mile to go. 10.5.
Dock 750, not back. You skipped the call. No traffic observed between you and Tracy. Report traffic cancellation in the air on this frequency on the Ghana 122.2. Change to advisor frequencies approved.
Zephyr 3 Bravo Echo.
Clearance Skyhawk 901-661.
Skyhawk 901-661, Albuquerque clearance.
901-661 VFR to Socorro, Oscar November, Mike. 180, 8,500. Information Alpha.
Are you looking for flight following?
Negative.
Okay, don't need a destination, I just need a cardinal direction for your departure. Which direction you heading today?
180.
91661, thank you. Departure frequency 127.4, squawk 5640.
127.4, 5640. 771. 661.
Dock 901-661, read back correct.
NorCal approach, we are at YBAG now, and I think you called me as soon as I was about to call you, so I'm just calling to let you know that, and I did receive the clearance into the VOR runway 26, 3 Bravo Echo.
750 Bravo Echo, roger. Traffic observed between you and Tracy Airport. Report to IFR cancellation in the air on this frequency on the ground on 122.2. Change to advisory frequency is approved.
Over to advisory, we'll cancel with you on the ground, 122.2. 3 Bravo Echo. All right, 2,100. We are at 2,500.
Clear at Cessna 661 at Albuquerque. Could you give me that squawk code again, please?
91661 squawk 5640.
5640, thanks again.
JK 45 November Delta, contact Chinook approach 128.75.
It's going to be 17.2 DME, 2300 for 2100. $2,200 for 2100.
Check 458 number Delta, Chinook approach, the Tri-Cities altimeter 29995. Are you running information Delta live weather or are you running Zulu custom weather? Yeah, just don't bother. The field's 1 mile right now in smoke. Just stay with Zulu, bud. Whole west coast is just completely smoked in. I think I read a news article today, the air quality in Oregon is the worst in the country right now.
Affirm, it was 500 something AQI. Alright, 2100, 15.4 DME, looking for 17.2. One mile to go, 16.2, 2,100 feet. Get our landing light on. $16.7. $17.2. We can descend down to 760. We're going to call that about 800. So 11 or 2100.
Bozeman ground, Skyhawk 4827 Lima, radio check.
Loud and clear.
Roger.
I've got quite a ways to go. We got 1800 for 800. One notch of flaps. We'll maintain our descent. got 1700 for 800. Getting a bit off course here, let me correct. 1600 for 800. $1,500 for 800. We're at 20. 22.1 is our missed approach point. Got 2 miles to go. 1,400 for 800. $1,300 for 800. $1,200 for 800. 400 feet to go. $1,100 for 800. $1,000 for 800. $21.6, 22.1 is where we're going. Missed. $900 for 800. We got 100 feet to go. $800. And runway in sight. NorCal approach 733 Bravo Echo has the airport in sight. Cancel IFR. Real planes don't do that. Alright. Get our flaps up. We got no hurry, so we'll just roll on the runway here. Go ahead and turn here on Bravo to the left.
Nine 6661, Albuquerque ground runway 8, taxi via Mike 1, Bravo, Delta, and Alpha, and advise you have Bravo.
I guess we would be taxiing all the way to the end here. 26. NorCal approach 733 Bravo Echo, canceling IFR.
733 Bravo Echo, IFR cancellation received. Have a good night.
You as well. Thank you, sir. Alright, let's see. Does Tracy have any departures? Probably not. Maps. We'll do KTCY. Procedure, departure, takeoff minimum. So it's this. Alright. We'll swing over to Tracy.
Altitude indicates 8,500.
Where is Tracy? There it is. 26,703 standard with a minimum climb of 320 feet per nautical mile to 3 to 1,000. Climbing right turn via heading 150 to Modesto. Well, that's a shitty departure. It wants me to go all the way back to Modesto before proceeding on course. Procedure, not airport diagram, go away. We'll do procedure, we'll do departure again, takeoff minimums, we're gonna go to San Francisco, San Jose, Santa Rosa, Tracy, page 29. Alright, our minimums are fine. Minimum climb 320 feet per nautical mile to 1,000, which is fine. We can do that. Climbing right turn to 3,000 via heading 150.
458 number Delta, contact Tri-Cities Tower 135.0
Mod VOR DME 264 to... So we're already on. Oops. Mod VOR DME 264.
458 number Vanessa, Chinook Tower runway 21 right, quick land.
At 3,000. Not procedure. Let's go to flight plan. Let's clear the flight plan.
Cherokee, yeah, November Delta, I think there's something going on with your radio, sir. You're still at the Seattle Center. Can you try to change over to 135.3, please?
Menu.
Thank you.
Delete flight plan. Enter. We'll do Kilo Tango. Charlie Yankee. Accept. we'll go to Kilo. Well, I guess it's going to be to Mod. But it's not the airport. It's Mike Oscar Delta, which is the VOR. And then we will go to Livermore. KL Lima Victor. Kilo. And then we will want to do the procedure approach. We'll do the RNAV 25 and we'll start at Evitt. And we will just load it. Cool. Tracy, oops.
9166 on Albuquerque Tower, flight heading 180, runway 8, clear for takeoff, wind 1005.
Tracy to Mod, to Livermore, 25 right, RNAV 25 right. Inbound. Alright, so what I could probably do here, let me look at my maps. I could do Tracy to Mod to Evitt. Where is flight plan? Can get rid of you, can get rid of you, can get rid of you, get rid of you. Evitt. That. Tracy to Evitt. This is going to be Tracy to Mod to Evitt. And then what I'll do is I'll see if they can vector me quicker. Alright. So let me look at procedure, approach. Nope. Procedure departure. Minimums, we want to be on page 26 or 29. Don't remember. Let's check. 29. I'm going to be Mod VOR DME 3000. 264, which we're on. This is going to say 2, so we actually want this to be... No, this is fine. This is what we want. It's going to be reverse sensing, but we're going to be heading to the station, so we want to put this on 085. Or 086, I guess. Which will put us on course to the station. VOR DME before proceeding on course. So that's going to be what we're going to do. Climb to 3000. And establish ourselves on that. Climbing right turn to 3000 via heading 150. So let's go ahead and put 150 in here. We'll do this until we hit that radial. And then we'll turn on course. Climbing right turn to 3000 via heading 150. So we're going to be going 26. And it wants us to basically do quite the right turn here. Alright, so let's go back to interwebs, for flight. We'll file this IFR November 733.
91661, connect Albuquerque departure.
Charlie 172/G.
Contact Albuquerque departure.
110 KTCY. KLVK. And we'll say
458 North Delta, roger. Taxi parking via Delta Echo. Cross runway 21 left at Delta, hold short runway 30.
We'll do mod to Evitt.
Hold short of 30 Delta.
Direct. RNAV 25 right. Approach. Custom weather file flight plan. Cool. So let's do scratch pads.
91661 Albuquerque departure radar contact. The Albuquerque altimeter 3034. Resume navigation, maintain appropriate VFR altitudes.
And we'll give this another shot. All right. Standby 1200. NorCal departure, Cessna 733 Bravo Echo with you again.
The 733 Bravo Echo NorCal.
3 Bravo Echo, I'd like to pick up our IFR clearance to Livermore.
The 733 Bravo Echo cleared to Livermore Airport is filed. Maintain 4000. Departure frequency 120.95. Squawk 4604. Hold for release.
November 733 Bravo Echo cleared to Livermore as filed. Maintain 4000. Departure frequency 120.9 or 5. And squawk 4604. Hold for release.
The 733 Bravo heard back correct.
Alright, we will go 4604. Altitude reporting. This is all good. All of this has been set up. This is on Modesto. Radial 262 is where we're at right now. We want to be on 264. Got 23 miles to go. 1209 or 5 is in our next. And our maps we are going to do to Modesto, Evitt, and then shoot our approach. Alright. NorCal departure, 733 Bravo Echo is ready for IFR release.
733 Bravo Echo release, show departure clearance, flight if not off in 5 minutes. If not off in 5 minutes, advise intention level 10 on this round this frequency. Time 0339, change to advisory frequency is approved.
Over to advisory, and we will be with you for not off in 5. 733 Bravo Echo.
458 North Delta, cross runway 30 on Delta, the taxi back up to the ramp. Good night.
So right turn to 150, climbing to 3000, and then intercepting Modesto. It's kind of a fun departure. Alright. Let's go ahead and get our airspeed is alive. 55 rotate. Climbing right-hand turn to 150. Though I'm not 100% sure why. 2,000 climbing to 3,000. I'm gonna head 030 for now. And then we'll get on this radial and we will turn to 085. And we're getting to our altitude, 3,000 feet. We'll start leveling off and building some airspeed. Go ahead and pull our throttle back. Oh, we're climbing to 4,000. Sorry. Alright, 3,700 for 4,000. 3,800 for 4,000. 3,900 for 4,000. NorCal approach 733 Bravo Echo is airbound. Airborne.
Jack 733 Bravo Echo NorCal departure, squawk ident. It's a great idea to check in with your altitude every time you check in with a radar controller, sir.
Affirm. My mistake. 4,000 ident.
733 Bravo Echo, thank you. Radar contact 2 miles northeast Tracy Airport, altitude 4,000.
Position checks 3 Bravo Echo. Rookie mistake. Always do that when I check in with controllers when I'm on flight following. Don't know why I keep forgetting to do that here.
Ocan clearance, TBN 622 Papa Kilo, ready to copy IFR to Boeing Field.
DM 622 Papa Kilo on request, standby. TBM 622 Papa Kilo, clear to the Boeing Field Airport, Spokane 6 departure, radar vector Skyco. Then as filed, maintain 120,000, expect level 2001, attempt to departure. Departure frequency 123.75 and squawk 5246.
Clear, Boeing 0 via Spokane 6. Departure, radar vectors, skies co. Climb maintain 12,000, expect for level 200, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 123.75, squawk 5246, 622 Papa Kilo.
CDM 622 Pop Kilo, read back correct.
NorCal departure, NorCal approach, 733 Bravo Echo. Curious if we can get vectors to final for the RNAV 25 right into Livermore.
Sky 763 Bravo Echo, clear check U-Hut, cross U-Hut at 4,000, clear to ILS runway 25 right approach.
Direct U-Hut, crossed U-Hut at 4,000 and cleared RNAV 25 right approach. 733 Bravo Echo. Let's do this. So this one says a 261, so let's do 2. Six 1-ish, and we'll keep our turn coming. We're going to be GPS, so we'll switch this to GPS.
Bozeman Tower, Skyhawk 32314, holding short, runway 12, ready for departure.
Skyhawk 32314, Bozeman Tower, left turn to the north approved, runway 12, clear for takeoff.
Left turn to the north approved, runway 12, clear for takeoff, 314.
Get back on course here, and then we will shoot our RNAV 25 right approach, which is a 255.
Bozeman Tower, Skyhawk 4827, Lima holding short of 12, ready to go.
Skyhawk 4827, Lima, Bozeman Tower, runway 12, line up and wait. Be a slight delay, that traffic taking off right now is also going northbound VFR.
Line up and wait 12, traffic in sight 27 Lima.
Just going to ease over onto our path. About 15 degrees. Turn back to the left since we're intercepting our course.
Walker 1 is 69, Salt Lake Center, good evening.
And there we go.
No stream tonight? Ah, no worries. Marker 169, yeah, that would be awesome. Clear to the Salt Lake City Airport. You can go direct Milford, Delta 5 arrival.
Procedure, approach. RNAV 25 right. So we're a direct U-Hut. We're going to cross U-Hut at 4,000. And then begin our descent.
And why don't I give it to you now before I forget later. Walker 169 cross jam and maintain 17,000.
Reduce our throttle just a bit. Maintain
Looking
level.
ground, TBM 622 Papa Kilo at signature with Delta ready to taxi IFR.
Alright, RNAV GPS runway 25 right into Livermore.
Spokane ground runway 21 taxi.
Approach course 255, we've got that dialed in.
21 vehicle.
Circling, we're not going to do that. Yep, we're good, all that looks good, perfect. This has a precision approach, lighting, missed approach, climb to 4,000 direct at Durnay, and then on track 317 to Waihi. ATIS 119.65. Go 119.65. I feel myself drifting. Norcal approach we're with. Livermore Tower is 118.1. Ground control is 126.1. Unicom 122.95. Alright, we do not need to do a procedure turn. We're just going to do a direct down from here. 600 is our minimum altitude.
And Bozeman Tower, Skyhawk 27 Lima, just check in, ready to see if we get departed here.
Sorry about that, Skyhawk 27 Lima, runway 12, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 12, 27 Lima.
And left turn to the north approved.
Left turns approved, 27 Lima.
And that's it. 3,700 until we intercept the, or until we start our descent. We're going to intercept our glide path at Gaines at 3,200, and then we will just fly the RNAV in. Sneak ourselves back on course here. Yeah, not hand flying this would be a lot easier, but I want to get good at hand flying these. We got 51 seconds until U-Hut. to really quickly check the weather that I've got set up. Customize. Is this Livermore weather? 600 feet AGL. Let's do this down to... Oops, 650. And that should be 200 at Livermore. Apply changes. And we're good. It said switch to advisory, so I'll go do that, and I'll just put this to 122.2. And we will turn to 257. And we can start our descent. Keep around 2100. Put in a notch of flaps. Keep it around 2100. Get back on course. Going down to 3200. I'm drifting to the left. Let's get back on course over to the right. To about 2100. Small changes, frequent changes. Going back to the left. $3,500 for 3,200. Back to the left now. 3,400 for 3,200. $3,300 for 3,200. And 3,200. Now we're waiting for gains. At gains we should pick up our glide path that we can follow down. It's not a glide slope because it's a RNAV, it's GPS. Yeah, more or less on the localizer. I want to get back up onto my altitude. 2,000 is 500 feet per minute down. And there we go. Landing taxi lights on. Coming up on gains. We're at 3,250, which is good. Livermore Tower, Cessna 733 Bravo Echo, established on the RNAV 25 right. Livermore Tower, or Livermore traffic, Cessna 733 Bravo Echo is about a half mile I'm sorry, 733 Bravo Echo is on a 8-mile final, runway 25 right, Livermore. Alright. Intercepting glide path. Let's go ahead and reduce our throttle to 2,000. We're a little bit to the right, so let's get a little bit to the left. And let's get our left. Let's get our approach dialed in. Got a good descent rate here. Drop it a little bit more. Actually, this is fine. We'll see where I go. A little bit more to the left here. And we'll just follow the glide path all the way in. 400 foot per minute descent is good. Getting back on localizer. Maintaining our glide path. Getting maybe a little bit high. So pull out just a touch of power. Still getting a little bit high, pulling out a little bit more power. And we're getting back on the localizer. Let's turn a little bit to the right and maintain that course 257. There we go. A little bit lower on the power. Localizer looks good. Glide path, we're a little bit high. Try and re-intercept that. Getting a little bit too far to the right now, so let's bring it back a little bit to the left. Localizer looks good. Glide path looks good. Alright, we are at 2,000 for 600. Well, 2,100 for 600. I'm getting a little bit too far to the left. So let's go ahead and correct that a little bit. 1,900 for 600. 1,800 for 600. $1,700 for 600. $1,600 for 600. 1,000 feet to go. Glide path looks great, maybe a little bit more power. $1,500 for 600. $1,400 for 600. $1,300 for 600. $1,200 for 600. 600 feet to go. $1,100 for 600. 1,000 for 600. 400 feet to go. $900 for 600. 300 feet to go. $800 for 600. 200 feet to go. $700 for 600. 100 feet to go. And runway environment in sight. Get our flaps in, slow ourselves down a bit. Yikes. There we go. All right, we will lean for taxi. And we're back at Livermore. Go ahead and turn our landing and strobe lights off and switch over to ground. We'll also switch to NorCal and NorCal approach, Cessna 733 Bravo Echo.
733 Bravo Echo, NorCal approach. Been looking for you for a while, sir.
We are canceling IFR.
Roger, IFR cancellation received. I think you changed frequencies on your own.
Oh, sorry about that. 3 Bravo Echo.
Nope, we'll see you next time.
Affirm. Have a good night. I do remember him telling me that I was cleared to change to advisory.
169, like Salt Lake Center, 125.57.
All right. Go ahead and flight plan, menu.
Walker 1, 69 Salt Lake Center, good evening.
Delete flight plan, good. Clear. And we will stand by 1200. Alright guys, well, those of you who stuck around, or those of you who might be watching this later, I hope you enjoyed watching a total noob IFR student pilot, or I should say, private pilot working towards his IFR rating, tool around in X-Plane with some PilotEdge ATC. I absolutely love these controllers. They're...
427 Lima Bozeman Tower, make sure runway 12 report 3 mile final.
Generally professional. They call you out when you make mistakes. You would have heard right there at the end when I guess I switched frequencies without permission. I thought he told me I could go to advisory frequencies, but maybe I misunderstood him. And but you know, he called me on it and said, "Hey, I've been trying to get you for a while," and that's great. It's super immersive when you're doing this kind of training in X-Plane, especially since the instruments actually work, the navigation fixes and everything work, unlike other simulators that just came out. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys are also either private pilots working towards your instrument rating, or instrument rated pilots who want to tell me what I got wrong and how I can improve, I mean, I'm here to improve my skills to be a safer pilot. I'm pretty much brand new at IFR. I did a couple of lessons about a year ago, and I've just started diving back into it in earnest. So you don't have to go easy on me. I would like to learn. So if I'm making some serious mistakes, obviously figuring that out sooner than later is probably better for me. So hope you guys enjoyed. We'll get this off. We'll turn our avionics off. We will pull our mixture back and battery off and keys off and out of the plane. Hope you guys had a great time flying around with me. IFR is not super fun to watch, but it is very fun to fly just because of the challenge that's involved in everything. So hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you next time.